Hello, my name is Devin Bounds. How many of you have purchased a new game, either for a console or a phone, and it has a multiplayer mode and have realized that a lot of the players playing this game seem a lot further ahead than you, be it cosmetically with their character creation or power level? Well, soon after playing, you receive a notification that allows you to buy things such as loot crates or upgrades for your character. These are what is known as microtransactions. Most college students own some sort of device that allows them to game, be it a gaming system like a Xbox or a PS4 or a PC, to a mobile device such as their cell phone. They have some sort of game or access to games that have these microtransactions included in them. Many people may not see anything wrong with these microtransactions, but in reality, they are causing a lot of problems with the youth of America, and all over the world, in fact. The purpose of my speech today is to persuade my audience and to reconsider on why these microtransactions should be placed under the same regulations as gambling, or if not, just have age restrictions placed on them. I believe the age limit on these microtransactions should change because many other countries have already implemented restrictions and even bans on these microtransactions. Also, kids as young as 11 years old are getting addicted to gambling through these transactions. And also, I would like to explain on how these microtransactions can be related to gambling. Many countries have already placed restrictions or placed these under their gambling restrictions. According to VentureBeat.com, Belgium is one of the cities placing a big step in this and wanting to ban these altogether, along with countries like China, Japan, and Australia that have already placed restrictions on these transactions. While many articles appear in other countries about these transactions, in the US they are becoming more prominent. States like Washington, D.C. are joining Belgium in wanting to completely ban these transactions. Now, I'd like to go into some cases of young children and adults who have become addicted and spending large amounts of money on these microtransactions. One of the first reports I would like to go into is on Rolling Stone magazine, or rollingstone.com, has recently published an article of a 19-year-old boy who has spent $10,000 on microtransaction and is begging big game companies to please take these away, that they are causing a huge problem with the youth. There are many other scenarios with kids getting into their parents' bank account and causing these using these transactions and charging hundreds of dollars to their accounts. Another report of children becoming addicted to these transactions is of a 13-year-old son of a communications director for World's Bank. Pretty much the son was charging $100 here and $100 there to his father's account, and after checking it at the end of the month, the child has spent $4,500 on FIFA. Now, there are some other reports, according to ABC.com. One of the biggest uproars with these microtransactions has been Star Wars Battlefront 2. To achieve one character or unlock that character, it takes about 40 in-game hours, which is quite a bit for those gamers out there. Well, totaling all this in, if you wanted to unlock everything in that multiplayer game, it would take 4,500 hours. Or you could pay $959 and have all of it unlocked right then and there. Finally, while many people may not understand how these transactions could be related to gambling, they are very closely related. In an article on ABC.net, one of the most recent games that I mentioned earlier was Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now, what makes this look like gambling is you actually don't know what you're going to receive when you purchase these things. You're purchasing these things called loot boxes. And in these loot boxes, you take a random chance of receiving an in-game item or a rare in-game item. While this still may be unclear of how this is gambling, I would like to put it into perspective as you go to a casino and there is a raffle or a draw where you can play a slot and win items such as a car or a vacation. Now, in conclusion, I hope I have persuaded you into considering of why these transactions are harming our youth and getting children as young as 11 years old addicted to these games and ruining their adult lives, causing them to develop addictions to something that can prevent them from having an adult life. In the end, everything from other countries placing bans already to young adults and young children becoming addicted and how this actually is gambling. I hope I have persuaded you into considering and going to your congressman and saying there needs to be a change. There needs to be age restrictions on these.